Hello, Pisces, my beautiful Pisces collective. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Elif and I welcome you to evolve with me. This channel is for the beautiful, gifted spiritual beings having a human experience to support you and guide you on your journey, to remind you that to remind you of what is really going on, of the energies and how they serve you, and what to be aware of at this time, and any guidance that Spirit wants to bring through for you to serve your highest good. Okay. So if you enjoy the energy and you enjoy this reading, I hope that you choose to become a part of the community and click the subscribe button. And don't forget to click the notification bell because I do go live most Thursdays to give away free channeled healing sessions known as body and soul alignment activations, where Spirit gives me access into the various dimensions where we still have roots, the root causes for our physical ailments and disease rooted in these various dimensions so that we can bring through the energy to heal and to set them free. Okay. So if you're interested in that, or you feel that you might benefit from that, or a friend, a family member, or loved one might benefit from that, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and do join. Okay. I look forward to connecting with you. To my returning subscribers, welcome. Once again, it's always good to have you here. Thank you so much for your love and support, for commenting, for interacting with me on my videos. It's always good to hear from you. All right. I always ask that you guys settle into your intuition, ask your guides and keepers to guide you through the reading. If it resonates, claim it without a doubt. If it doesn't, it's for someone else. And if it triggers, even if you feel inclined to want to reject the information, it is yours, it's your trigger, and that is where your work begins. Okay. So, you've entered a sacred space, beloved. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. And I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for giving me access to the various portals into your world so that I can bring you the information and the guidance that would serve you best at this time. Okay, so let's begin, Pisces. We're going to do a general reading where we're looking at what Spirit wants to share with you at this time, what the active energies are, what has come in to serve you, and how you can make the most of that. And then I want to do a Celtic cross, looking at love and relationship with money, perhaps anything that comes through there. What's happened in the past to bring you to where you are, what is most active at this time, what opportunities come in, and what to expect. All right. And then at the end, I want to look at the various zodiac signs and their feelings for you. You could be dealing with more than one person. So stick around for that if you would like to see what their feelings for you are. Okay. All right. So the oracle card that I drew for you is Eclipse in Pisces, and it's around free will. Serve your higher purpose. It's about your higher purpose. It's about your calling. That is what the energies are. Everything that's happening for you right now, comfortable, uncomfortable, wanted, unwanted, is about your purpose. It's about your higher calling. Life can seem surreal as you encounter a deep appreciation of the magic inherent in life and spirituality. Your inner artist, dreamer, mystic, and philosopher will rise to the surface. A creative project can come to fruition or must be initiated. Let go of preconceived ideas and face a fresh reality. This is the dark night of the soul, when all may seem lost, when in fact all is one as you learn to assert your free will. You will feel truly inspired, but must guard against losing perspective about the practicalities of life. Dependency, including drugs and alcohol addiction and codependent relationships, will benefit from a fresh approach. It is time to let these go and embrace a healthier lifestyle. You won't be able to take these things with you as you move into the new earth. It is possible to discover you have been deceived or have been laboring under an illusion. And this might upset you for a while, Pisces, but it's also good news because once you've seen it, once you're aware of it, you're free. You're halfway there. Avoid falling prey to the victim martyr role in relationships and ask yourself if you're serving a higher purpose or if you're serving someone else's needs. A victim like response is, I can make changes. You have no power to change someone else's reality. That is their free will. And we, the highest perspective is to honor it, even if we think it should be better. A little give and a little and take is expected in all relationships. But if you do not feel fulfilled at work or in your personal life, it is time to make changes to the way you live your life. A martyr like response is such and such needs me, and life must remain the same. I think so many times we associate our value with somebody else's wounding and somebody else's needs, which only they can fill. But we have such a low self-worth that we attach, our ego attaches to their needs, and we find worth in trying to fill those. And it doesn't serve anyone, it doesn't serve us, and it doesn't serve them. So ask yourself, if you make changes in small steps, if it's possible, and if you're willing to see what happens, know that someone who loves you will understand and wish you to be happier, and they will support the changes that you wish to make regardless of their own needs. Where you feel powerless in the bigger scheme of things, remember that you have free will. This is your gift to yourself. Rise to the challenge and implement your free will to improve your life. So that's what your message is predominantly about. Okay. Um, okay, so let's see. What else does Spirit want you to know at this time? Anything else for Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. Before we move on to the tarot, anything else for Pisces? Thank you. People pleasing and codependence is a great challenge to release oneself from. And it does stem from the feeling that we need to make ourselves valuable to other people, otherwise won't be loved. It's a thought, it's a belief that sparked very early in our lives. And I'm getting the feeling of standing in somebody else's shadow. One more, Spirit says. Okay, so I've got death and the maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. Okay, I've got to take those. All right, so this is what I've got. It's the number 28. And together it reduces to the number 10, which for me feels like the 10 of swords, if I'm honest, and the 10 of wands, which is this feeling of being responsible for somebody. If I leave this person, what's going to happen to him or her? They don't take good care of themselves. They're remiss. They what's going to happen to them? Well, as long as you play the role of savior and martyr and mother or father in someone's life, you cannot create space for an equal, for someone to take care of you. And so I feel like the invasion of your privacy, the invasion of your peace, the invasion of your mental health, the boundaries violated, and the dominance in your life. This relationship, if you look at this card, you'll see that this individual is a skeleton. To me, this shows up, and she's being haunted by a skeleton, a relationship. You've grieved and released what you hoped this relationship should be, and you've just adapted to what this person needs. You've given up on, and you've let go of this being, of them being the person you really want and need, and you've just sort of accepted who they are and adapted to that. And something's definitely happened here. Things have happened that have made you realize that the love is gone. It's what is left here is just toxic, codependent, and based on need. And Spirit keeps bringing me to her in this. She's not happy. This is the energy of someone that you've compromised who you are, and you feel like parts of you are also dying. And this brings you to this place of realizing that this is a 10 of swords. You've had 10 swords in your back. You've been betrayed. It's come to a painful end, but that it's time for you to release yourself from the burden. Next to that, I have transition to spirit realm. So for some of you, this is about releasing the relationship, releasing the essence of this, releasing. But also for some of you, this is about having to lay to rest someone that the energy, put to rest the relationship or this person in the physical world as a result. Perhaps now, for some reason, the universe has taken this person out of your experience, either through transitioning physically into the spirit realm through that which we call death by their own hand. That doesn't mean that the grieving process is not the same. To some extent, the grieving process for you is so much more because there's the healing, there's the working through the trauma, there's the sudden where this person, so much of your energy, your time, your money, your effort has gone into rescuing this person and to micromanaging them, that now you're left with just you and you don't know what to do with it, and there's this big void. And you know that it should be a time of celebration because now you get to start over, but it's not that simple. It's a very complicated process, and there's a transition that needs to take place, not symbolically for you, to reconnect with spirit, with who you are as a soul, but also where you're having to deal with the transition of this individual into the spirit realm for some of you, and for them just transitioning into another reality out of yours for some of you. But it's still you having to allow the connection, the energy, the essence of your relationship to transition into a new place that is not so dark and dense and dreary. A clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, an aha moment. All right. A spark of inspiration comes for you. A spark of inspiration. I've got the number 39 here, which reduces to 3. Number 3 being a very, very powerful number. A lot of wisdom comes in, and a spark of inspiration does come. It does ignite and give you a new sense of purpose, which you really, really, which will be your lifeline. And that next step that just pulls you. Spirit is showing me the image of someone being, a hand being reached out and then being pulled out of the water because you do feel like you're drowning. And then there's mending a broken heart, healing from heartache. Your healing journey begins now, and it's sort of this, it's, I've got this number 3 showing up for me because it's this 3 in 1. It's this grief, rediscovering and calling back your essence and all of who you are, grieving the old version of you, calling back the parts of you that you had to release and that you've lost, and calling back this new version of you. And then there's the mending of the broken heart. So there's this healing as well that's taking place, and it's quite intense. And Spirit is saying to me that you're going to have a lot of support coming along the way to help you to do this. Okay. So you've got a lot going on, Pisces. And Spirit wants you to know that you are seen, and that everything that is happening is meant to happen for you right now, that now is the perfect time, that you have what it takes, and that you will receive the support in the physical and the non-physical. Now I want to move on to the tarot because I want to see what you can look forward to. I want to give you a sense of hope with this because I do feel like it's such a heavy time. Okay, such a heavy time. All right, let's take a look at this. What is the current energy? What is the at the heart of Pisces energy right now? What is the current overall energy for Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, thank you. Death. Can't make this up. You know, for all of us who are here to contribute to the collective whole in a powerful way, deeply spiritual way, death, the awakening to death, is one of the awakening, the major dark nights of the soul that we must all undergo. And a new relationship with death emerges from that. From death comes rebirth. We cannot skip the death process and skip to rebirth, to new. If you want your life to change and you want dynamic change and you want a new world and you want to exist in a new reality, you have to go through the death process. And that is where you find yourself right now. Okay, so this can be a graceful, natural, organic process which you move through to give space to the rebirth, to new life. But sometimes it can get complicated. And in your case, with everything that you've dealt with, I'm not surprised. So let's look at what crosses. What's complicating the death process for you? What's crossing it is the Six of Swords, is the heavy heart, is that even though you've wanted things to change, there's a lot that you have poured your blood, sweat, and tears into, that you've poured all of yourself into. And as that leaves your life, what does that mean? Parts of you seem to leave with it too. Parts of you seem to die with it too. So there's this process called descansos that I sometimes take clients through, where it's a calling back of your essence. So you know the cross that family members like to put where loved ones have died or passed, and the different spiritual symbols that loved ones like to place where past ones have had accidents or have died. That is a sort of descanso, so that the soul doesn't get stuck there. That's why they do that. As we go through life and we experience various traumas and we sell parts of ourselves, we do it when we're in the situation for whatever reason, and we give away these parts of ourselves. We go through these traumas in these situations that we have agreed to be in. So there's a contract between you and that person. We lose parts of ourselves. In some places, as children, we haven't chosen, but we found ourselves in traumatic experiences where parts of our soul is lost and left there. This is why when you think of traumatic experiences, it's so vivid. It's as if you go right back there. It's as if it happened yesterday, because parts of your essence are still there. And part of the process of healing is to call that back. And you're releasing, you're moving. You've got the Six of Swords here, where you know you've got to release this, and you've got to trust source, you've got to trust God, you've got to trust spirit, and move in this new direction for your own good, to survive. But moving forward, because it's the fun, natural thing to do, is very different to moving forward when you feel like you've left pieces of yourself behind. It's with a heavy heart. So the reason why this has become complicated is because you require the facilitation of a spiritual guide to help you call back these parts of yourself. Okay. This makes me think of a moment I had this morning when I was meditating. And what happens with me is, yesterday I did a Sag reading, and spirit also prompted me to share personal experience. So we're all connected. We're doing this together, whether we know one another or not. And the downloads I have and the breakthroughs I have affects the collective, and the breakthroughs you have affect the collective. So I always say we're all in this together. So I have an overabundance of histamine. I have these it just feels like an allergy where I itch all over from time to time, and it is associated with me being on the spectrum. But I have an eczema patch on my foot, on my left foot, and it's right where my shoulder reflex is. It started with my divorce many years ago, married to a narcissist, very abusive, bipolar disorder, unmedicated. My life was really like a roller coaster, and the abuse and the toxicity. And honestly, I didn't want to let go. I wanted to make it work, and I just knew this is someone that he wants to be loved, and I want to be loved, and surely that's not too much to ask for. The idea of leaving was so awful. I would rather have been dead. There was a moment when I felt that way. Anyway, there was a lot of things that happened there. But after breaking away from that, getting a restraining order and all of that, and finally breaking away from that marriage, I developed this eczema patch right here at this reflex spot on the left foot. Now, the left hand side is about receiving, it's your feminine side, it's what you're receiving, it's what I'm getting, it's the love I'm receiving. And we base so much of what we receive on, we base so much of our worth on what we receive. Surely, if we're good enough, if we are loved, we'll receive more. It's a concept that has to be changed and adapted as we evolve. But it is what it is when we're there. And it gets when my allergy, when I don't know this, I get itchy because of the histamine, and that gets activated. So last year I got what is known as a frozen shoulder, and when I sat down with Spirit, I was like, okay, what is this about? Spirit took me to grief, and I was a little bit in denial initially, but anyway, eventually I realized it was okay, this is grief. Issues with your left shoulder, it's grief. It's complicated grief. It's grief that is unrecognized, that you're in denial about, that you have been avoiding for so long that you don't even really know it's there. Long story short, I healed my frozen shoulder within a couple of weeks. Most people struggle with that for years, 2 years minimum. So, with the help of Source, I healed the shoulder. So, I know that that's associated, because then I realized, oh, that's what this foot is about. And when I woke up this morning, I was itchy all over, allergies, and I was like, oh, if I take antihistamine now, if I take Allergix now, it's going to knock me out for the day. I don't want to do that. Let me just sit with myself. Let me sit with myself. And I did some reflexology, and I was just listening to my body, and Spirit said to me, it's the grief. And I was like, but I've processed the grief. And then Spirit took me down the avenue of my ex, and how there is unresolved grief, but because of the horrible things that he did to us, I shut that door. Any feelings associated with him, any thoughts that would come up about him, I didn't want to sit with it, because it's like me giving him attention, and I just didn't want him to exist in my world anymore. So I didn't give myself the acknowledgement of the things that I lost when I lost that relationship, and the things that I lost, and the things that I've experienced as a result of that, and that the part of myself that I left there that I need to call back. And this is what this is. And this is years later, probably 12 years later. Nothing in our body, no symptom or ailment is there by chance. It's talking to you every single day. And it's so patient. It's going to just keep gently talking and nudging until you're ready to sit and listen. And I suppose today was the day I was ready to listen. And it's 12 years later. And this is how complicated it can become. And I feel like the Six of Swords is symbolic of that, of I can't think about this now. I can't take all of this with me. I've just got to go and start over and focus on what doesn't hurt so much. And so I feel like I'm feeling a heaviness in my heart chakra, and I feel like that is what the Six of Swords is about. What's happened in the past to bring you to this place? Now, I think we already know. Spirit's painted a really, really good picture. But let's see, maybe there's something else that Spirit wants to share. Page of Cups. What's happened in the past is that you just saw someone that wants to be loved, that wants to give love, doesn't know how, is still is very emotionally immature, still has a lot of growth, and you just felt that with time that will happen. This person could have been younger than you, but I'm not necessarily seeing that. I just see that it's an energetic thing, it's a mental and emotional thing. And I'm feeling this burpy energy, like my throat is closed here, and this is your fear. Like, what, I'm afraid to even move forward in life because I'm afraid to love again. I'm afraid of any of the things that I used to be so hopeful, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, optimistic. I believed that things were going to turn out differently, and I held on to that belief, Elif, and where has it taken me? The story's not over yet, beautiful. The story's not over yet. And I actually want to put that in your thing. Okay, what is leaving your life? What can you say goodbye to? What can you say farewell to? What is not going forward with you? Thank you, Spirit. The Tower. Oh, I love this for you, Pisces. The Tower is about this. Look at this. This is the empire burning, everything burning to the ground. So many times you've built things up for it to collapse. There's been so much loss, so many ego deaths, so many collapses, so many shocking, surprising crises and dilemmas where you build things up and you think you guys are moving forward and you think you're moving forward and it just collapses. That is not going forward with you. That is done. That karmic cycle is over. You've done the work. You've this period, this phase in your experience is over. What opportunities are coming in for Pisces? A Knight of Cups, an offer of love. I don't know if you're going to feel you're ready for it, but this Knight of Cups could also be symbolic of um, an opportunity to rediscover yourself and fall in love with yourself again. So like maybe a group, oh, join this group where there's this workshop or there's this healing um retreat, or there's um it could be a friendship that takes you on this journey to through all of these spiritual guides and mediums that you get to connect with, and it's all these different puzzle pieces through which you put yourself back together. Okay, so what is definite, what is coming in, what is done, what is coming in? So the Knight of Cups is an opportunity. That is, you get to decide what you do with that. Okay, but what is definitely what you can expect that is coming towards you in the next couple of weeks. Okay, is the Devil. Now this might seem like a bad card, but this is you setting yourself free from addictions, bad habits, and bondage. That's what this is. That's what this is. You're setting yourself free. What is working in Pisces' favor right now? Choices, that you have choice, that you get to choose what what tomorrow looks like. Okay, you have that free will, and you have more clarity now than you ever have had before about what you don't want. External influences. What are the external influences influencing Pisces right now? Four of Swords. Some people are blocked. You've blocked some people. You're not talking to some people, and that's a good thing, because that's having a huge impact and influence on the energies that's and how things are going to look for you moving forward. Or someone's blocked you, and that's made you realize that you've got to look at things differently. Hopes and fears for Pisces. Ten of Coins. You want emotional and financial stability. You want happily ever after. Part of you, a big part of you still believes that it exists and that you deserve it and that's what you want and that's what you're moving towards. It takes a lot of bravery and courage. The most expensive thing that we can lose or give away is hope. And I don't feel like you've lost that altogether with this Ten of Pentacles here. Beautiful. Outcomes. What are the outcomes Pisces can expect? It's that you're going to heal your heartbreak. You're going to deal with this. You're going to move through it, even though it's scary. And you're going to move in a new direction, Three of Wands, towards the things that feel purpose driven, towards the life you've always wanted. Things are going to be, it's going to be you and you for a while, okay? You're going to be guarded with this Four of Pentacles. Your heart chakra is going to be making a lot of your choices, so it's going to be you and you for a little while. You've got some things to heal from and some things to overcome. But trust me, you don't want to manifest or attract people into your life that are a match to heartbreak and all of that. You've had enough of that. So this is about you falling in love with you again. I'm going to take a different deck and look at the zodiacs and their feelings for you. So whichever zodiac you're dealing with, let's see what their feelings are for you, Pisces. Okay. Get a spiritual coach. Do the retreats, do the workshops, buy the books, learn to meditate, go on a spiritual journey, heal, do the healing, get the healing done. Okay. Join my live on a Thursday for healing sessions. Okay. Set yourself free. It's worth giving the next couple of months to you. It's worth it for the rest of your life. Okay. Let's take a look. Splitting the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me what the zodiac's feelings are for my Pisces. Thank you. We're starting with Sagittarius. Sagittarius feelings for you. How does Sagittarius feel about Pisces right now, Hermit? Sagittarius is feeling they're taking a little bit of space from you now, Pisces, because I feel like it's a good time to just for solitude and to communicate with source about the relationship and to give the relationship a little bit of space for whatever reason. How does Capricorn feel about Pisces? Capricorn's feelings for Pisces is the Two of Cups. They want a new beginning with you, a new beginning in love. And Capricorn feels like this is the kind of love that can be reciprocated. They're very excited and they feel love. Two of Cups is love. Tell me about Aquarius. What is Aquarius feelings for Pisces? They've got this is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is that they feel that you have options or they have options. You're an option to them. Okay, take it as it resonates. You know your story with your Aquarius. Pisces. If you're dealing with a Pisces, how does Pisces feel about my Pisces? Ten of Swords. Painful ending. Feels like betrayal, like a very painful, unhealthy relationship has come to an end. Okay, Aries. How does Aries feel about Pisces? Six of Swords. They're walking away, they're releasing this and moving towards something else. Even though they don't want to, they feel like they have no choice. Taurus. How does Taurus feel about Pisces? Tower. They feel like things have collapsed. Something surprising or shocking has happened here, and they feel like it might have ruined the connection. Gemini. How does Gemini feel about Pisces? Ace of Wands. Gemini wants a new passionate beginning with you. They feel inspired by this connection. Cancer. How does Cancer feel about Pisces? Knight of Wands. Cancer wants to move things forward with you. They're feeling really passionate about the connection and they feel like this might be exactly what they want. Leo. How does Leo feel about Pisces? Give me Leo. Hangman. They're someone's in a timeout here. They feel a little bit they feel stuck. They don't know what they want with you moving forward. So they're gaining some more perspective. Okay, Virgo. How does Virgo feel about Pisces? Strength. They feel this is a strong, soulful connection, and they feel like this. They feel a lot of strength, a lot of love, a lot of respect here. This is a beautiful connection for them. Scorpio. How does Scorpio feel about Pisces? Grief. They feel like they've lost this. They've lost you. They're grieving the connection. Okay, Sagittarius. Did I do Sagittarius? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Okay, so those are the zodiacs and their feelings for you. Thank you, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I know this is a tough time for you, those of you who resonate with this message. Remember that you are not alone and that this is just you moving through the dense, dark forest to collect your medicine and to call back all the different parts of you, to bring your archetypes back into individuation, into union, so that you can give space to your personal power. Think about what life's been like leading up to this point and how helpless and how small you sometimes felt. Now, imagine the opposite of that. That is what you're giving birth to, and it's incredibly powerful. You don't have to do this alone. Like to get spiritual healing, channeled healing done, or spiritual coaching guidance, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. If you'd like to get a reading, a personal reading done, if you just want to look at a personal situation, perhaps you want to look into a connection, what type of connection you have with someone, whether it's worth your time or energy, I am available for readings. Contact me. Description is the email. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, Pisces, do what is best for you. And please don't forget to comment. Let me know how the message resonates. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know how you feel. Love and light. I will see you guys next time. Bye now.